Alright, what's up everyone? We're back again for another episode of this series, Life in Sudan. As you can tell by the title, today's episode is going to be about the development of Sudan and why it's actually not developing. It's an underdeveloped country. Make sure you like the video if you actually like the video, and the main goal for today is to get 4 likes on the video, and that will just fill my heart. 4 likes if you have, because I need to get the feedback if you guys are actually liking it or you disliking it. If you're not liking something, please write in the comment down below. But yeah, other than that, let's move forward to this episode. The first thing we're going to talk about is actually linking to the last video I made, which was about the plumber coming in and how to fix the leakages of the water coming from the toilets. So as I said, one problem leads to another. I mentioned this in the last video. One problem leads to another. Indeed, yes, he did fix the toilets, but he caused another problem. Now, he fixed that bottom and downstairs bottom. However, this bottom now, the one behind me, as I showed in the last video, this bottom now is actually leaking. I can't show you the video right now because we obviously cleaned it up, but it's actually leaking now. It was all wet yesterday. I went there. The whole entire place is absolutely wet. And even, I think that bottom, the one that they supposedly fixed, the water's coming again, so I don't even know what he did. That's just one example of how he basically didn't even try, I guess. As I said in the last video, they don't even try. And then we also talked to him, you can explain these things to him about, the water's pumping constantly, so it must be going somewhere, there's an overflow somewhere, but he just tried to make excuses constantly, over and over. He just made excuses of complete disregarding the fact that there's overflow somewhere and the water's going somewhere, and he just didn't pay attention to that. And that's just one example of how he's just completely lazy and he doesn't even want to put any effort into fixing the things. Either he's lazy to do it and he doesn't know what to do. Either he's lazy to do it and he knows what's the problem. And second, he doesn't have the energy to find out what the problem is. Okay, so another thing relating to their laziness and their paying less attention to these things is the shipping things. So we had things coming from Australia on a ship because it was tons of things, 151 boxes to be precise, of just cutleries, chairs, and like other stuff, households. So they actually helped us. So they brought a truck from Port Sudan, obviously. Brought a truck. And as they were actually taking some things upstairs, some things downstairs, most of the things had to come upstairs because they were small boxes. Well, not really that small, but that much. So as they were bringing it up, if you saw after they left, the entire wall coming like that, so the staircase is like this, and it's obviously going up. Over here is kind of fine, but then once they turn, it's complete black, like the walls are black marks. And then on this side, there's marks as well. Like, they were bringing the boxes up. I also helped bring the boxes up, but I tried to not let the boxes hit the wall, obviously. First of all, because of 2 reasons. First of all, you're not trying to damage whatever's inside. Second of all, you shouldn't, try and make the wall sort of like dirty, It's someone else's house. Obviously, from their perspective, it's someone else's house. And you're trying to, have some politeness and have some courtesy. But they just completely disregarded that fact, and the entire wall was just black because of the dirt and how dirty it was. So yeah, those are the 2 examples of how they just literally didn't care when it comes to household stuff. The third example I'm going to give you is about a supermarket which we went to. So we actually went to the supermarket once. This dude was, it was actually a pretty small supermarket, so we went to this the supermarket once, and we bought like just one item because it was just a necessity in the house during the time. So we went there, we bought the stuff. So this dude was on his phone, right? He was on his phone, he was talking, so that's fine. First off, I work in a supermarket. If you're on the phone with someone, and obviously you're not supposed to be on your phone when you're working, but anyways, that's fine. He was on his phone, and then when we gave him the product to scan, he was just so occupied in his work. I think the item we were purchasing was pretty cheap, so he was just like, oh, you can just take it, He kept passing me and he said in Arabic, obviously, we have the driver who speaks Arabic, so he was just saying take it. He was saying take it, and we actually got pretty triggered at that, Like, I'm not a beggar. I'm not trying to take things for free. we need the receipt. Obviously, we take all the receipts for everything. This dude didn't want to give the receipt, and he was literally just on his phone, and he just considered us as beggars. Like, that's just complete. I don't even know the word for that. Okay, last thing we're going to talk about is Fridays, actually. So normally in other countries, besides Muslim countries, we have Saturday and Sunday, which is the holiday of the week. But in Muslim countries, such as Sudan or Bangladesh, my country, Friday and Saturdays are normally the holidays, because on Fridays Muslims have like the prayer. Well, obviously they have prayers every single day, but the Friday one is called Jummah prayer. That's like everyone goes to that prayer. Even if you don't pray regularly, you go to that Friday prayer. So yeah, that's why Fridays are, but prayer time is only like an hour maximum. Like, because obviously just not the prayer, because there's other stuff like reciting it. So that's why it takes up around 30 minutes to an hour max. So yeah. But the thing is, there's this person that works at our house. She, we asked her to come on like Fridays, and she's denied multiple times because she said, "Oh no, I can't come on Fridays," because she never gives a reason why she doesn't want to come. That's okay. We asked a plumber or our technician to come on Fridays to fix the problem. They don't come on Fridays because they just don't have the urge to work. Even if they're getting paid every single day that they work, like they're giving them money straight away right after they're done. Even if they're on the streets, they don't have food, they don't want to work on Fridays. That's the point I'm trying to get to, is they just don't want to have the motive to work, and they don't want, even if you just look at the city of Khartoum, if you look at Khartoum just in general, you're going to see that maybe they had a plan at one point. The government had a plan, like the city, but it was just never executed because they started to do something. They started making like high-rise buildings, but it just never continued. And there's tons of blank space. They just never went on through. Alright, so the conclusion I'm trying to come to, guys, is that the main reason why Sudan is never going to develop is because they just don't have any motive to get on top. No motive to be a top country, be a very famous country, have lots of achievements. They just don't have the motive. They're just lazy. Even all the poor people that live on the streets, they don't have any motive to work. So yeah, I just don't have anything to say after that one. Like, so that's the end of the video. Make sure you the video if you actually like the video, and comment down below what your favorite part or what I can improve better videos. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you next time.